What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, as the title states, I am going to be trying MST's version of their fix for the cell light that the aftermarket intake seemed to throw for all of the GR Corollas, whether it be the Eventuri, the 6-element, the MST, a Forge, whatever have you. They seem to throw the PCV code only here in the US because I think we got stuck with the PCV sensor. But anyways, I've tried a couple of their fixes already. This is their latest one right here. The one beforehand that seems to work for some people is this hose coupler right here, which, as you can see, the nipple right there is supposed to redirect where it's reading the airflow from the PCV sensor, but for me it just didn't seem to work. I tried a couple different variations of this. Some people seem to have okay luck with it. Some people just seem to like not work at all. But I did notice one thing with this one is that I did feel a little bit of a boost loss when doing this, but as soon as I swapped out back to the regular coupler, it felt fine again. But anyways, this is their latest version, which is very similar to the 6-element fix, which is, you know what, let me just go ahead and turn the camera around. So what the 6-element does is basically it replaces this whole intake tube, right, or not, whatever this tube is, with one with a nipple on it, and then you redirect the sensor where it's reading from the crankcase. You're just going to cap off the one at the crankcase down here and then redirect it to the, well, what would be the whole pipe. But what MST is doing, instead of doing a whole thing, they just kind of give you this little piece right here with the little nipple. You go ahead, put that on, and hopefully you're all good to go. So let me just go ahead, pull off the sensor or the hose from, like, I don't know, it's hard to see. When you guys are doing it, you'll see it, but like it attaches right there. Pull it off. You're going to want to put the supplied cap right, where is it? Right there. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a plug in there. It caps off right here. You reroute it, you zip tie that, and hopefully that fixes it. So let me just go ahead and install that real quick, and then I'll get right back to you. All right, guys, and just like that, it's installed really simple. Like I said, hopefully they're going to supply you with a hose when you get this. I luckily already had one from my coupler that I just robbed real quick because the factory one is way too short. So hopefully you have a hose that's supplied with it. But anyways, yeah, you just pull it off. You go ahead, you stick this like little short hose that they have on there. You have the fitting. Go ahead and do all that. I kind of wish they would have just supplied another third one because like I don't feel like this sits just tight enough, but it's pretty sturdy. Anyways, I just routed the hose like this. And then right here, as you can see, my little zip tie, I have the cap right there. I tried pulling on it not too hard. I made double zip tie just in case. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead, reset my ECU, clear the cell, drive around for about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a full month. As of the time of this recording, it is December 20th. So honestly, you probably won't be seeing, this will probably be my very first video of 2023. So, hey guys, how you doing? You guys have a good New Year's? Anyways, but yeah, if you guys are seeing the next part, that means it worked. If not, you guys aren't seeing this anyway. So let's go move on to the next scene. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the camera's not too shaky right now. But anyways, it's been roughly about, give or take 2-3 weeks since I recorded the beginning of this video. And with that being said, I have put on roughly 300-ish miles since installing the version 2 fix from MST. So, has the light come on since I installed it? So the quick answer is so far, no, it has not come on. Before, with the version 1 fix, the light would come on sporadically, but like usually normally within 100-ish miles it would pop up again. I think the longest I ever went was like right around 200 miles before it popped on again. But overall, I've never gone this long with the light popping on. So that's the quick and short answer of it so far. No, so far the fix is working. Now, just I want to note some things about the version 1 versus the version 2 is that for some people, the version 1 was the fix for them. Like they didn't have an issue after they installed the coupler with the fitting, the little, I think it was like a 6mm nipple fitting or whatever it was. That worked just fine for them. The light never came back on or never came on. In general, So that one worked for them. There are some people where it didn't work and it came on like basically either after like 100 miles, 200 miles, 10 miles in some cases. It just kind of all depends on what like you're doing with the car to trigger that light to come on. Now, with that also being said, before, the way it would be easy tell is that you would have a pending code in the system. And if you guys aren't aware of what a pending code is, it's basically an internal check engine, whatever, check your engine service light, that's telling the system, hey, we're reading something off, maybe we should pop this code, or however it works, right? It's internal, like you wouldn't be able to see it unless you have like a code reader or scanner or wireless OBD2 port that connects to an app or whatever, and you wouldn't be able to see it unless you pulled it and it would say like, you know, pending. And when I started this install, I cleared the codes completely of any pending or previous codes, so that way I knew I would start fresh, start it up, and after about 20 miles I got a pending code. I didn't know I got a pending code. I had to pull it to see it. I just decided, you know what, let me see if it's there, and sure enough it was there. Now I didn't clear it, I just wanted to see, okay, well maybe it's something new that it wasn't detecting, you know, it's whatever, it's a new fitting. The hose is technically now extended because of the extra piece. It makes it a little bit longer. I don't know. Whatever it was, it threw a pending code. And then I just, all right, well, let me just ride out and see how long before the actual cell pops up on my dash. And around 60 miles again, the car started to feel pretty quick, actually. I don't know what was going on. So I decided to pull the code again, and no pending code. That was after 60 total miles after the install, not 60 more miles after the 20 miles. So it was like 20 and then 60, so a total of 60. That's when the pending code popped up. Or like 20 was when the pending code popped up, 60 is when it was, by the time I checked it, dawn cleared. And ever since then, no pending code, no cell. And yeah, it seems to be working great for me. Now, I just want to also iterate that this, at the time of this recording, which, by the way, if you guys are unaware, I took a short break from recording videos after I did the intro of this video, just because it was the holidays. And, you know, as the time of this recording, it is now like the first week of January. Probably won't post this till like the second week of January, so you guys are like probably like, oh, what's taking so long to like for the updates? But like either way, it's given me a good chance to drive the car and to test this product. And honestly, if something does pop up, it'll be at the end of this video anyways, after, you know, a week or so of me sitting on it and not editing it, because my kids are still out of school. Anyways, yeah, so no cell. Version 1, as I said, worked for some people. It didn't work for others. I also want to note that like some people, like myself, did claim that the version 1 made the car feel a little bit slower. I don't know what that was, because as soon as I put the regular coupler back on, the one without the nipple fitting, and reconnected the hoses back to the way it was, the car felt fast again, or just normal. It's not like a dramatic increase in speed, right? Like it was just something like, it was fairly noticeable. Could have been the weather, but what are the odds that like after replacing the coupler, it went back to feeling normal? Could all just been butt item. I don't know. But that's just something to note. I have had other people tell me their car has felt slower with the version 1 fix. My car feels just fine with the version 2 fix. Another thing to note about the version 2 is that the nipple that's connected to the actual fitting, here is the picture. Mine wasn't on fully tight when I first installed it. I just wanted to iterate that I had to like go back in and like I added some Teflon tape to the fitting, the nipple fitting, screwed it back on, and then tightened it with a wrench on my own. So that's probably something you want to take note. If you get the second one, make sure that that nipple fitting is secure. Otherwise you will have a boost leak. And other notable things is that I have talked to people with the version 2 fix that's also testing it for MST. They have said that it didn't work for him initially in the original placement that I have it, that they told me to install it at, because he does have the person I'm talking to has a radium catch can, which in itself causes a check engine light. So that is one thing to note. But he has been working closer with MST on his solution, and he moved it closer towards the, I guess, the turbo side or the catch can side, and as of the time of this recording, I believe he hasn't had an issue again. It seems to be working for him just fine. So that is another thing. If the version 2 isn't working for you, maybe move it closer towards the back of the hose instead of the front like I have it. Yeah, version 1 works. The one person I talked to that seems to be working for him is Cameron from CarQuicks. The version 1, as far as I'm aware, he says he's had no issues with the cell, and I know he drives his car a lot, so there's no doubt in my mind we're like, okay, maybe he's just sitting on it and he's just not getting the code. No, he definitely drives his car way more than I drive mine, and I would get mine like every other drive, maybe at the quickest of when that code would pop up. And if he hasn't gotten it yet, the version 1 seems to be working for him. I don't know if he feels slower with the version 1 fix. I haven't talked to him about that up close or more closely about that part. So yeah, you know, it's just, it kind of what works for you. I believe they are shipping out currently the version 1 fix with all MST intakes. As I said, it's still testing, but they should be done producing this by the end of January for the version 2. I will leave an email of where you can email them directly to get in contact with MST to request the version 2 fix if the version 1 doesn't work for you, or if you didn't get any of the versions at all, maybe they'll send you both, or maybe you can specify which one you want to try. I'm sure they'll send you both, right? MST is a great company. They answer all their emails. You also have to keep in mind that they are on the other side of the world, so it does take some time for them to answer the emails. But overall, their customer service is really, really great. I'm glad I found this company. Hopefully I can work with them in the future on a lot more stuff for the GR Corolla. I know they just recently got their GR Corolla last year that they've been doing some testing on, so that's good to hear. The car feels great. No cell after about, well, now almost 330 miles, 320. Yeah, guys, this seems to be working great. Once again, I'll leave an email down below in probably the description box, maybe a pinned comment as well. I don't know how Facebook or YouTube deals with like pinned comments of email addresses, but for sure the email address to contact MSC customer support will be in the description box down below. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys had a great New Year's. I hope you guys had a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas. I'm hoping to get more content rolling out for you guys here soon. There just isn't much in terms of like products for me to buy, because like there's not a lot out for the GR Corolla. Track season currently is not started yet. Season opener for NASA is in like the end of this month, January 27th through the 29th weekend. I don't know if I'm just signing up for that one. If you guys are following my IG very closely, you guys know I recently got rid of my TE37s and my RT660s. I just needed some cash, so I just opted to like sell those. And yeah, I'm hoping to sign up for more Grid Life. Grid Life announced a few tracks that they're going to be going to this year. I don't know if I'm going to be going to Laguna again, but I would like to go to Road America. But yeah, guys, anyways, yeah, hopefully I can get more content out for you guys. And until next time, later.